Hey guys and gals, Bored Now back with you. Happy spooky season once again. And today I'm going to be talking about a recent independent horror movie called Morgan Kill a Doll. Full spoilers, as always, from the start of this review. And yes, by the title, you've guessed it. It is a prestige send-up of the Kill a Doll movie, particularly the recent Megan movies. See what they did, Megan, Morgan. And it also has vibes of certain other horror movies, including the Scream movies. And I think the end of the movie, the way some of the stuff there plays out, was definitely giving me Scream vibes. So, Bix Krieger plays Darcy, an unstable girl with mental health issues who has a crush on her longtime childhood best friend Astrid, played by Shelby Wright, who lives at home with her single father. Darcy reveals her feelings to Astrid at a get-together at her birthday party, where she gives her this doll of her as a present, which spooks out her friends. But it turns out that Astrid has a long-term boyfriend and really likes Darcy but doesn't feel the same. So things take a turn. Before you know it, Darcy has taken her own life in a fire, or so it would seem. But before long, someone dressed up as Darcy's doll is going around killing people. So the idea is that, yes, of course, it's Darcy in disguise. She's not really dead, and she's going around getting revenge on the people who she blames for the whole situation with Astrid going south. Not very good, basically. It's very cheesy. It's very on the nose. I wasn't quite sure what it was trying to be at times because of the title and because it's a play on Megan. I guessed that it was meant to be like tongue-in-cheek and a parody, and you definitely got that more as the film went on, because in the back half of the film, the stuff late on in the house, when things were ramping up, it definitely became a bit more tongue-in-cheek and entertaining. But for a while, it just had a very slow pace, and it really dragged, and it seemed to be taking itself a little too seriously, or at least if it was meant to be funny, it wasn't really funny enough. It wasn't like witty enough or clever enough. A good depiction of mental health, like the scenes early on with Darcy at the therapist, like, are very well done, because Astrid also suffers from mental health. That's something they have in common. But yeah, the depiction of mental health was pretty well done, and you had some decent drama with that stuff. But it's just weird then you compare that to this other kind of film where it's meant to be, okay, or we're all having a bit of fun here with being very playful, and but then you've got like a slasher style movie going on as well. It was kind of all over the place like that, and I don't know, even though, as I said, some of that stuff was quite well done, the mental health stuff, it just felt out of place in this other kind of movie. Some of the acting is okay, for this level of movie, because it is very low budget. The lead girl playing Astrid was a little stilted at first. The actress, as I said, Bix Krieger, who plays Darcy, I thought she was pretty good, especially late on in the movie. I think when she was playing like this wacky, unstable Harley Quinn type character, I thought she really came into herself as like the killer when she went full blown hammy. One of the other like supporting cast members is Kylie Roseanne, who people would know from her YouTube channel, The Haunted Hippie. Quite a big horror channel. I'll actually link it in the description to this video, and people who follow her will know then she's got a pretty lively, distinct personality on her channel and the videos. So she plays her part pretty well as like this sort of like bad goth bad girl. She's quite good fun in the movie. The worst actor is the one definitely playing the boyfriend character. Like Brad, that actor was terrible. There's this really horrible scene where he's in the car and he's with the her name's Fiona, the Kylie Roseanne character, because they're having a bit of a thing on the side. They're basically pranking Darcy, like they're making fun of her because of the whole doll thing and the gift to Astrid. So he's lit in green and he's on the phone and he's acting like a Superman, like comic book style villain. It's such a bad scene. And that's sort of what he acts like. He acts like a walking cartoon. And he's got some really cringe lines of dialogue, and you just don't buy him really. You don't buy them like someone like Astrid, who's really like meant to be this grounded, likable girl next door type. You don't buy that she would be into this guy, especially after a while. Like I think the way he's acting in this movie, like you would just see through him and that's part of the problem with the whole thing is I don't think, bar maybe the girl who's like meant to be her best friend, who definitely seems to have her best interests at heart, I don't think you buy she would hang around with the others. But it is a very melodramatic film. It starts with a really OTT opening scene where, okay, Darcy's crazy religious dad is, you know, ranting and raving and abusing her about, oh, you love that doll more than you love me. And we get that old trope. And yeah, there's some, as I said, some bad dialogue in this movie, like, because Astrid's dad is always like making these dad style jokes. So when they're at the breakfast table, he's like, he calls Bradster, like is the Bradster coming to pick you up. The Fiona character has one of the worst bits of dialogue in the whole film, because when they figure out that, okay, Darcy has a crush on you, Astrid, she said something like, she just lesed out on you, as in lesbian. So yeah, there's some pretty rough dialogue in the movie. But like I said, it's just a bit of a slow movie which takes a while to get going. There's some amusing death scenes, like the maid's death is quite funny and they set that up quite nicely. The deaths look pretty bad, but there's some decent splatter stuff, like when Fiona gets killed in the bath. That's quite a visually well done scene, and the splatter that comes out of the neck is quite good in that stuff. Feels very much like this Lifetime type film at times, so before you really get into the horror stuff later on. But it's so afterwards, the fake fire which they think Darcy has killed herself in, it cuts to the funeral and they're playing the sort of music you would have on Dawson's Creek. And also the friends there, you can tell they're not really trying that much to really hide them. They're being really fake and don't really care. And I think, again, that's meant just to be a bit of comedy. The ending does drag on. And I think that might have been them doing their Scream thing, because obviously Scream, the original Scream, it's all in that house at the end of the movie, and you spend a good, I don't know, I think it's half an hour there. It's a long thing, and it's just meant to be this big dramatic end piece with all the characters and all the things happening and the different reveals, and in this case it's revealed that it was Darcy's dad who was in the fire, not Darcy. So that's how she got out of that one. The therapist also gets involved, Because at one point, I think they were making you think that maybe the therapist was a suspect. I mean, obviously, it was pretty obvious it was always Darcy. It's a bit boring. I think that's the problem with it. For a film which is meant to be having a lot of fun and being quite tongue-in-cheek, I don't know, it didn't really get that across enough. So I had a hard time really telling if it was being more serious at times, a bit more tongue-in-cheek, just a straight-up slasher. I think it could have done with some better dialogue and a bit of a faster pace. Even though it's only like an hour and a half, it did seem to really drag at that. So, yeah, there you have it. Morgan Killer Doll, not the best film overall. I mean, I'll take into account how low budget it is and that there were things in it which were okay. That was quite a fun scene. The acting, as I said, very mixed, but some of it was fine, perfectly solid. So I'll give it 3.5 overall. There you have it. And Morgan Killer Doll is free on YouTube to check out, and it's on other services, like I think it's recently gone on to Plex, the streaming service. But I'll put a link to it in the description to this video, and you guys can make up your own mind. I also link, as I said, Haunted Hippie's YouTube channel in the description because she appears in this movie. So yeah, that's today's horror review. Let me know what you think of the movie in the comments. Like and subscribe as always. You can support me on patreon.com/borednow for a bit of extra bonus content, exclusives, early access, commentaries for both film and TV, or you can be a channel member at 3 different tiers. And again, there's a bunch of exclusives in that, including read-alongs, special discussion type videos, and some stuff you wouldn't get on Patreon. Or you can hit me up with a super thanks. You can make a one-off donation on my PayPal account, and you can also hype up the video by hitting the hype button. Helps me get out to more views. But keep watching Horror Movie, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for another horror review. Take care. Goodbye.
I'm ready. I'm ready to tell Astrid.
What you got there?
It's your birthday present.
I can't wait to see what's inside.
Oh my god.
Why would she give you this?
Darcy.
You'll miss me when I'm gone.
Are you soaked in gasoline? Dad, we need to get in the car and have to go now. Darcy! She couldn't have gone far. I mean, she was on...
It is horrible what happened. We just want you to know that we're here for you.
If you ever need to talk, here's where you can find me.
She gave me a life-size rag doll.
Wow.
You're scaring me.
We know very little about the world that we live in. And the world around us is terrifying.
Astrid?
Where the hell is everyone?
Fiona, where are you? Homie.
I'm gonna get help.